Hello there, welcome to yet another interesting tutorial. In today's video, we are going to learn how to make this very simple tiered dress for a 4 to 5 year old child. This is very simple to do. I made this out of just 1.5 yards of fabric. So if you are interested in this tutorial, then grab the front seat and let's get started. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share this video. It means a lot to us. So let's go ahead and then start with the cutting of our fabrics. Then we will stitch it and put this dress together. So I have here 2 pieces of fabric folded. The fold line is towards me here and it's actually folded into 4 pieces. The width of this fabric is 7 inches and the length I'm working with is 11 inches. So I'm going to mark my shoulder length on top here. I'll be working with a shoulder length of 4.5 inches. I'll mark it, and from that point I'm going to go down by 5.5 inches and mark as well. Then I'll connect the 2 points with a straight line. So this is going to be my chest line. So on this chest line, I'm going to input a quarter of my bust measurement, which is 6.5 inches. I'll mark it for my bust line and then I'll rule a line to touch it this way. Then I'm going to go to the waist of this dress and then mark out a quarter of my waist measurement, which is 6 inches. I'll mark and then connect it to touch my bust line this way. For the neck, I'll be doing 3 by 2.5 inches for the front neck, and then I will do 3 by 1.5 inches for the back neck. So I'll go ahead and then curve out my front neck. Remember the width of the neck and then the depth is 3 by 2.5 inches. And then for the back, I'm doing 1.5 by 3 inches. So I'll curve out the back neck this way. And then I'm going to drop the shoulder by 1/2 inch for the slope. So I'll mark and then reconnect to touch my neck curve this way. Then I'm going to just curve out my armhole. After curving out this armhole curve, I'll go ahead and then cut out this fabric. So I'll be cutting out the back piece first. After cutting out the back, I will remove the back pattern from the front and then cut out the front neck this way. So these are my pieces. This is for the front, and then I have the back piece here as well. So the next I'll do is to rule a line on the midsection of the back piece this way, a straight line, and then I'm going to measure 2.5 inches on this line and then mark it, and I will cut open this line. This is going to take care of my button and my buttonhole. So after cutting out the back, I have this tiny piece of fabric here. I'll place it right side facing right side, and then I'll head to my sewing machine and then stitch around this to create the opening for the back. Then I would join the shoulders together. So I've joined the shoulders here, and then I have stitched the back nicely. This is the loop I placed at the back to take care of my button. This is looking so beautiful already. I have here a bias tape I'll be using to finish off the neck region of this dress. I'm going to be placing it from the wrong side of this dress and then stitch around to clean the neck region, and I'll be using the bias tape as well to clean the armhole of this dress. So I'll repeat the same process for the armhole as well. So I'm done cleaning the neckline. Look at how beautiful it looks, and then the armholes. Take a look at the design I did there with the bias tip. I just stitched this inside out to create this design. So I'll place this aside so we can work on the bottom part of this dress. So for the bottom part, I have 3 pieces of fabric here. I'll be making 3 tiers for the bottom. The first tier is 7 inches in length, the second tier is 7.5 inches, and then the third is 8 inches in length. So for the width, I have 10.5 inches for the first, and then I have 12.5 for the second, and about 15 inches for the third one. So I have 2 pieces for each of these tiers. So one is going to be for the front, and then the other is going to be for the back. So I am removing these pieces so you can look at them. 2 pieces for each of them, one going to be used for the front and the other for the back. So the next I'm going to do is I'm going to draw gathers on each of these pieces of fabric at the top for the 3 of them, and then I'll form my tiers. So after drawing the gathers, this is what I have here: the first, the second, and then the third tier. So I'll be having 6 pieces in all. So I'm going to go ahead and then stitch these fabric pieces together to have one long piece of fabric. So I'm going to be joining the second tier to the first at the bottom this way. I'm pinning it at the moment from one side to the other. When I'm done pinning the second tier to the first tier, I would also pin the third tier to the second tier. So I'll be having one long piece of fabric, and I'll be repeating the same process for the other 3 pieces for the bottom part of this dress. Remember, I am doing both the front and then the back. So I'm done. This is what the skirt looks like. The bottom, I have 2 pieces, remember, one for the front and then one for the back. This is what they look like. They look so good already. I'm going to bring in my top bodice of this dress, and then I will pin the top to the bottom part. So this is my bottom and then my top. This is the front side. At the waist region, I'm going to just join the top bodice to the skirt, and then I'll pin from one end to the other. Then I'll head to my sewing machine and then stitch them down. So after I was done pinning the front top to the bottom, I went ahead to also pin the back bodice to the waist of the skirt pattern. So this is what I'm doing, pinning from one end, repeating the same process we did for the front piece of skirt. So when I'm done pinning, I'll head to my sewing machine and then stitch them down. So I have stitched the waist region down. The top is now attached to the bottom part of this dress. It's looking so good already. So the next I'm going to do is I'll be joining the sides together on 1/2 inch from one end to the other, repeating the same process for the other side as well. And I'll also finish off the hem of this dress, and we are done with this dress. Take a look at it. The sides have been joined beautifully. The hem has also been done beautifully. This is what the hem looks like, and this is gorgeous, so beautiful, very easy to put together. This is how the back looks like as well. Don't forget to place your button at the back to be able to close the back, and as simple as it is, we are done. Thank you so much for making time to watch this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share this video. We appreciate you so much for making time to watch this video. We'll see you in our next tutorial.